Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Rusty McCranie, and welcome to Weather Express. We don't waste your time, it's your weather in just 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, we're going to continue to see strong and severe storms developing off of the high plains and working their way off to the east, and some of these storms could have baseball-sized hail and the opportunity for some tornadic activity as well. We'll get into that area right now, and that's going to be in portions of Wyoming and Colorado at the hour, basically developing from Casper all the way back down towards Denver and Colorado Springs, right across I-25. I'll bring on the current warnings where you see the red polygons. Those are going to be severe thunderstorm warnings. The yellows are what we call special weather statements, a little bit below a severe thunderstorm warning. But look, these storms are just beginning to kind of gather strength, and as they get east, especially into the northeast side of Colorado, Nebraska, southeast sides of Wyoming, these storms are likely to go severe, producing some extensive, damaging hail and the opportunity for some rotating tornadic storms as well. As a matter of fact, there is a tornado watch in effect for these areas from Fort Collins to Cheyenne, Scottsbluff, Nebraska. 70-mile-an-hour winds, 3-inch or baseball-sized hail is likely here. And again, we could have some rotating storms. That's why we have a tornado watch. If you live in these areas, please make sure you stay very weather aware the remainder of this late Friday. Overall, the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of severe storms in this area. That's a yellow, 2 out of 5, and it does extend into South Dakota. So some of these storms can get up towards the I-90 corridor as well. That's the highest opportunity for severe storms we have across the country today. Now, there's also another boundary off to the south into North Texas, and along that boundary, thunderstorms are developing right now. You can see the thunderstorm over Wichita, Wichita Falls, just south of the Waco area. I do expect more disorganized severe storms to develop here along this boundary. And then we'll just kind of follow that disorganized severe thunderstorm risk along that boundary all the way into the southeast. You can see that pink line that gets into the Carolinas. When I bring on the current warnings here, again, look at the numerous thunderstorms today from the Charlotte area, even the southern sides of Virginia, near the coastline, Jacksonville, North Carolina, but Columbia, South Carolina, south of the Atlanta metro area, Huntsville, Birmingham, central and the northern sides of Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, a few thunderstorms over Florida as well, but widespread locally heavy downpours. Again, nothing that's going to be organized. The main threats with these storms will be winds of 70 miles an hour. Now, you want a picture perfect day. I've got one for the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, and the Northeast. Hardly a cloud in the sky in these areas, and temperatures that are actually in the 70s. This is what it looks like on the visible satellite imagery. A little bit grayer skies in the mid-Atlantic states, but again, just a few fair weather clouds coming its way through. West is not that bad either. We've got some rain and storms. Interior sections of Washington and Oregon, Idaho, portions of Montana. That's cool things down a bit there. Completely opposite story back down into the southern sides of California and Arizona. Phoenix today hit 111. We're going to have some strong winds from time to time as well. These are the wind gusts. Again, it's not outrageously high, but this could also elevate the fire threat from time to time in a couple of these areas. Now, back out to the broad perspective here. A couple things I want to show you here. First of all, we're going to look at the excessive rainfall total chance for today, where you see kind of the ringed out green areas. Those are your highest chances, but in general, again, it's the Intermountain West, Southern Plains, and portions of the Southeast. Let's take a look at the overall advisories right now across the country. All that orange are heat advisories, but it's not nearly as widespread as what it has been. You've got a few flood advisories out west. You've got the tornado watch, and all of this gray for the Great Lakes and the upper Midwest are air quality advisories, air quality alerts. Not very good for the weekend ahead. All right, let's get into the models. This is the HER model, the high resolution rapid refresh. Still going to be watching what's going to be happening here coming off of the high plains and into places like South Dakota, Nebraska, and eventually farther south of the weekend, Kansas, Oklahoma, and the northern sides of Texas. These storms are likely to be severe. They're going to produce some widespread damaging winds, some larger hail, and the potential for some tornadic activity as well. So keep that in mind if you live in these areas, especially again, kind of coming off of eastern Wyoming and Colorado and working their way off towards the east. Still expecting numerous thunderstorms in the southeast. Nothing is organized, but we get a trough of low pressure developing off the Carolina coastline, and that could hold some higher rain totals across coastal Carolina from OBX back down towards Myrtle Beach. Again, still expecting some decent rain over Big Sky country and portions of the Pacific Northwest. Where it's been hot, where it's been dry, more than likely it's going to stay that way. All right, risk of severe storms for Saturday looks like this. Slight risk area back into play a little bit farther south sneaking into the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma. And then for Sunday, it's just a marginal risk, but it gets deeper to North Texas, and more than likely some of that area will be upgraded to a slight risk or 2 out of 5 scale from the Storm Prediction Center as well. When we take a look at the overall rainfall totals, again, highest in the southeast, 3 to 6 inches of rain in several areas, and some heavier rainfall in portions of the central U.S. as well. Friends, I'm out of time. I appreciate you making Weather Express a part of your daily routine. Let me know in the comment section below where you're viewing from. I appreciate that. And thanks so much for liking and subscribing. Both of those things really do help support the channel. Have a great rest of your day. I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.